If the Dodge Challenger, the Pentastar V6, the Hemi engine all ran a train on the previous generation Dodge Charger sedan, and all of their semens mixed together as the Charger was ovulating, what type of baby would you get? You get the all-new 2026 Dodge Charger Coupe, Scat Pack, and RT inline 6. All of you complained about this EV when it first came out. And you said, bring the V8 back, bring the V8 back. And then when you had great legends such as TK's Garage, OC Motivator, Butter the Insider, Knockout 360, Black Car Guru, mainly TK's Garage, because that's who I was mainly watching, okay, when it came to the car news. Y'all told him he was crazy when this was coming out. He had this source, he had that source, and then it came out. And here we are today with the cancellation of the RT Scat Pack EV. And now those names were put on the combustion engine version, and here we are, it's being revealed. So I agree with TK's Garage. I'm on his side. I agree with OC Motivator. I'm on his side. I agree with Butter the Insider. I'm on their side. But here's what I have to say about it.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Black Hawk Bond 007 back here with another video. If you know the vibes, hit the subscribe. If you don't bite, give me a like. Give the video a big thumbs up. If you like what I do, I got the latest and the greatest car chases, car news, and car reviews. Let's get into it. So we're back, y'all. We haven't had some car news in quite some time, but we have had not one, but two brand new, first time ever, full car reviews. You want to check those out right now. I currently have a full car review out on the 2002 Pontiac Grand Prix and the car right behind me, the 2015 Nissan Altima 2.5S. Go ahead and check those out. Holla at your boy. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. The button is your best friend. It helps the channel a lot in the algorithm as we're on the road path to 1,000. So let's get into it. 2026 Dodge Charger RT, and this is the inline, and we also have the Scat Pack. This is, I believe, the high output, okay? I'm just going to give you my raw opinion on this, okay? I will take anything over an EV, okay? I am not an EV guy, but if I were to buy an EV, if I absolutely had to buy one with a gun to my head, it would be the first generation Tesla Model S. What the hell am I talking about? Not even that. I would actually buy the Tesla Roadster. I would buy the Tesla Roadster because it's something about that original EV. It just brings nostalgia. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about the new Scat Pack, okay? And the RT. I think you guys should just appreciate that we're getting an EV canceled in place of this combustion engine. I think y'all should be grateful that we're even getting the motor. Because at one point, this was about to be a 2030 Stellantis agenda where everything is supposed to go EV. And you see how that went. You raised your voice and they listened. They didn't have a choice. You know why? Because people stopped buying them. They never bought them. They said, we're not buying this crap. Consumer demand matters. And when you use your voice, they will listen. You know why they're going to listen? Because they will realize that their money is not in conjunction with the shareholders. It's in conjunction with what's in your wallet. And I think that it's a great car. I think it looks beautiful. I like that little bulge on the hood. This is what it looks like right here. I'll put it on the screen. This is what it looks like. I think it's a very beautiful design. I love the fact that it has exhaust tips. You know, I just love everything combustion engine about this car. I know it's not a V8, but guess what? You still got an RT that they're going to produce over 400 horsepower. You still have a scat pack that's going to produce over 500 horsepower. If you must wait for the Hemi, ask yourself, are you going to buy it? Will you have the money to buy this product? And that's what it really boils down to. If you're just going to stare at it and have it on your wall as pictures like a little 7-year-old kid, stop talking about it. If you're not going to buy it, stop talking about it. Most of you that talk about this car and talk about the people that got the sources, you don't have the money to buy the combustion engine or the EV. And I damn sure don't want the EV, but I would love to get my hands on a 6-pack just because it's an engine. Now, it has to be a thing we got to look at as far as where the reliability is concerned. I was a little nervous about those inline 6s when they put them in the Grand Wagoneer, the Wagoneer from Jeep. But if they learned their lesson by the inline 6 that they had in there, is this a different motor? Did they adjust this one for, most importantly, the reliability, therefore longevity of this particular car? You can't tell me that Dodge didn't learn a few lessons from this by now. I like how it looks. I've always liked the look of it. To be honest with you, I kind of like the front of that EV better. If they were able to cram an engine in there, I get it, but just for the sake of fitting the motor in there, it'll do, and I like it. I like that they relatively kept the design. I like that new Fratsonic logo. That was an old school Dodge logo back in the day. I think Dodge really found their identity with that. If you look back in the days of what was it? The Pentastar logo that they used on all of their cars back in the 90s, the Plymouths, the Dodge, the Chrysler, they didn't have an identity. But now they're starting to show their identity through these badging. And badging is really important. That's why people was freaking out when they said an RT on an EV. No fucking way. No fucking way. We're not doing this. And you see how quickly that turned out for them. But as far as the scat pack and the EV is concerned, they should have never been in the same sentence. But what we have is not a V8, but what we have is horsepower. So if you want my recommendation for this, dude, do a catless downpipe, man. Do a catless downpipe, do a tune, call it a day. Most of you are not going to do the tune to get all that horsepower, to get additional horsepower. More than 400 horsepower off the stock internals is more than enough for you, let alone the 500 plus horsepower inline 6 is going to come out. But my question is the same question that many of you are probably asking. What happened to the Outlaw? Are they going to use that for the Hemi that's coming out? Is this new 5.7 Hemi going to have way more horsepower than the inline 6 counterparts? No way you're going to match the horsepower with that. Like, the Hemi has to be branded as something special. Desirability does come at a premium. So, if Dodge's big mistake is going to be giving it similar horsepower figures as the Hemi RT, you got to make this thing really special, as much momentum as the Hemi has built by now. So I would say that Dodge would have something in the low to mid 6 horsepower range. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's what Dodge is going to do. Now that we got Tim Kuniskis at the helm for North America, he's going to get all this shit together, God willing. They have a big event going on right now with the release of this car. And I'm going to be seeing what TK's Garage, OC Motivator, all of them is going to be doing a Butter the Insider. I would like to see, I can't get out there, you know what I mean? They are way in this you know, as far as them being able to go to events and stuff like that, money spending, all stuff like that. I would like to see Knockout 360 go there. Big Mopar guy, man. I would love to see him go out there. I love his commentary. I love the commentary that he does on his vehicles. And I've always loved cars. And I've had cars for sale for a plethora of years. And I'm like, why am I not doing reviews on these cars? So I love, as far as car content is concerned, I love Doug DeMuro's content. He does great car reviews on his vehicles, very detailed. As far as police chases, Knockout 360, he's knocking it out the park with that. As far as news is concerned, TK's Garage, and they cover a lot of Mopar news too. So TK's Garage, OC Motivator, Butter the Insider, they are great when it comes to news. So I thought all those was a great benchmark as far as what I would cover, because most of the stuff that they cover is Mopar. I cover everything from your Ford Focus to, you understand what I'm saying? So, because I want y'all to understand that most of you will not buy a Dodge Charger if you don't have the money to buy it. So if you want a Dodge Charger and you want some good info on it, I'm here to give it to you. If you're just looking for a reliable, used, quick, what's a good $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 car I can spend money on that'll last me a few years, and what to do to maintain that reliability, this will be the channel for you as well too. You know, we'll check out all of that stuff. This is what I'm here for, man. We're gonna do DIY videos, all that stuff. But the Dodge Challenger, I think if they came out with like a CUDA, like this, something new, like a brand new product, let's say maybe they don't want to bring the Challenger back, but they bring out like a like some type of Hemi CUDA, like a Dodge CUDA, I think, man, and give it that iconic branding, I say take the shell of the Dodge Challenger, give it Hemi CUDA styling, give it a modern interior. Oh man, they won't do that though. But yeah, man, I think that's a great idea. I think this is a good start. Dodge is finally understanding what the consumer wants. And just be appreciative that we're seeing engines, period. The Hemi's coming. Y'all gotta be perfect. Y'all rush them to put these products out, and then when they get it out, it's crap because they wanted to push it out so fast. Be patient. I know tomorrow's not promised, and some of you might meet your maker by tomorrow. But if God willing, if you live to see another year, it's only a year, y'all. The car's coming. Hold your money if you want the Hemi. But if you just want horsepower, you got a nice inline six. It got the power. You understand what I'm saying? And be happy. But if you're going to talk shit about other YouTube creators, and you ain't got the money to buy this car, shut up. If you're complaining about Dodge not having the Hemi, and you're not going to be the one to buy the Hemi when it comes out, shut up. I'm glad it's out there. And I may consider getting even an inline six if it's reliable. The horsepower is there. You got so many cars right now that all of you sleep on. Lincoln made a 400 horsepower sedan and none of you bought it. It was the Lincoln MKZ, all-wheel drive. 400 horsepower all-wheel drive Lincoln. And all of you slept on it because y'all was just thinking the Dodge Challenger, the Dodge Charger was the only place to go. You could have got that, camped the shit out of it, catless downpipe, and that thing would have freaking roared. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all, but Dodge is off to a good start. But let me know what y'all think about this, okay? In the comment section, do y'all like what Dodge is doing so far as the name branding? I think horsepower-wise, the badge is in the perfect position for the RT and the Scat Pack because the power figure is there. But let's talk about it, man. If you know the vibes, hit subscribe. If you don't bite, give me a like. Give the video a big thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Until next time, holla at your boy. I'll see y'all on the next video.
Kind of makes me wonder why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.